Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here. Today we're taking a trip from Kalos to Hoenn, and we're bringing Vivillon with us. So Vivillon gets some really interesting move tutors. Electro Web, 100% chance to lower the foe speed. Oh, it's Icy Wind for electric type Pokemon, or at least with electric typing. Hits both opponents, drops their speed by 33% on that first usage. Not bad at all. Endeavor, leaves your opponents at the same hit point as you. Tailwind is going to double your speed for a couple turns, and Giga Drain recovers damage dealt. I don't think that Giga Drain is too important because Vivillon gets Draining Kiss. You recover more damage, 75%, you do a little less, but I like the coverage a bit more on the fairy typing. And again, Vivillon's very frail, so I don't think it really matters if you're going for the sustain, but these were the most notable. Now, normal Vivillon isn't really going to change too much. That you still have Sleep Powder, that you're going to want to Focus Sash, Sleep Powder while your opponent's asleep, Quiver Dance once or twice, and then run them over with Compound Eyes. Compound Eyes is going to make Sleep Powder have very high accuracy, and it's also going to give Hurricane very high accuracy as well. Awesome Stab, same with Bug Buzz. So I mean, you can do really well on this setup right here, and getting Electro Web, getting Endeavor doesn't really change too much. However, this really opens a lot of doors for Doubles Vivillon. Doubles Vivillon is very weird though, because it has so many options. It's kind of like, which one are you going to choose? Pretty much with Electro Web, you can still run Modest, you can still put out a decent amount of damage, and then you're dropping your opponent's speed, you still get the outspeeds, you can maybe have your ally protecting, or doing something like that with the Focus Sash, and then you can Sleep Powder from there. Putting to sleep slow targets, and then endeavoring to also leave them at one hit point, which means you don't really need Quiver Dance. Also though, Electro Web, while it does have damage, I feel that Tailwind can be a better option because Tailwind is permanent. Well, to a degree. It's going to be there for those turns that set up, and it gives you a lot more options that if you're trying to run fast, if you're trying to really take out your opponents really quick, Tailwind could be the better option because you set it up and it doesn't matter what happens. That if your ally faints, you bring it in, it's still going to have the Tailwind boost. As opposed to Electro Web, which is two of your opponents getting slowed, and that doesn't count if they're ground type. So that means if you knock them out, the new Pokemon coming in are going to be at full speed, so I think Tailwind could be the better option. From there, you could go full support, you know, have that aromatherapy, or maybe just provide a little bit of Draining Kiss. Draining Kiss isn't even that good of an option because of Endeavor, so maybe just try to go for the Hurricane. That way you're going to have that higher damage, even though you don't really have the highest of special attack. Still be a damage threat after the Endeavor, followed up with something. Just a really weird thing to kind of look into. And also, remember, Vivillon gets Friend Guard. Very seldom seen ability because very few Pokemon get it, but the Outlaws receive 3/4 damage. So with all this ORAS move tutoring, it seems like Vivillon becomes this super awesome supportive Pokemon. Set up Tailwind, your allies taking less damage, you can Endeavor out, and it's going to be really nice from there. Problem is Sleep Powder, not as reliable because of the Compound Eyes. Hurricane, unless you're setting up a Rain Dance, which is very good because you could still set up a Rain Dance with Vivillon. Hurricane also has that lowered accuracy, so now it's a really interesting decision on what you want to do. Do you want to still run Quiver Dance into something else? A lot more setup, a lot more risky, or do you still want to have like those supportive qualities? Because in the end, Endeavor, unless you're getting those one-hit KOs after Quiver Dance, Endeavor is going to be your better option for just really bringing a lot of support, and that's kind of it. Like, I've been going through it, it's like, it really doesn't make sense. Maybe you can bring out some Light Screen, Reflect. Doesn't get Reflect, so it just has Light Screen, interestingly enough. So you can bring out Light Screen on top of the Endeavor? I don't know, like it has a lot of really cool pieces to be a support, and it doesn't really need that fourth move slot because it's like Tailwind Endeavor, or you're putting them to sleep if you're not using Friend Guard, and the other supportive things really aren't there because you don't need to worry about the damage because of Endeavor. I feel that maybe having Electro Web could work out in this case, or something that hits both opponents. Because even though you're already boosting the speed, maybe Tailwind is wearing off that turn, you throw out the Electro Web for safety, that way you can at least have the speed to set up Tailwind again after it wears off. That might be something, and again, if you're using Endeavor, somehow you didn't get hit, Electro Web's going to weaken one opponent, finish off the other, and then you can have your ally just totally run over the other Pokemon. Well, I should also mention that since it is doubles, that Protect is very viable on pretty much any Pokemon. So if you can't come up with a move, Protect works out. You can at least keep Vivillon alive, maybe distract from it's like, oh hey, this thing just set up a Tailwind, Endeavored me. Oh, now it just protected, great. And then, you know, maybe Tailwind wears off from there, then you set up the Electro Web again, or the Tailwind, or something like that. So you do have some options with Protect if you can't find anything else. I feel like I had to say that or else I'd get yelled at. So that's also some potential. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's how you use Vivillon and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire with the move tutors. Going to get a lot of crazy doubles potential, and I really want to see what people do with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a nice day.